story time on how a customer sent an email saying that we are a scam, we are manipulating people, and she did not get her order. Now, of course, you guys can tell I'm in the car, I'm en route, I'm about to start driving, so I'm going to put my seatbelt on, I'm going to give you the story time, but I'm really not going to be looking at the camera, which doesn't matter. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Crystal Williams. I'm the CEO and founder of Elite Hair Care USA. So I was checking my emails today, and lo and behold, I saw an email with the subject line, "Your company is a scam," in capital, bold-looking letters. Now, of course, you can't bold the letters in a subject line, but they definitely were in all caps. So it prompted me to open the actual email. Anyhow, when I opened the email, the customer, we're going to call her Janet, puts in the email that she placed an order for over $200 and that the order was never delivered. And when she tracked her order, it says that it was delivered, and she knows that we put in the wrong address because her orders always get delivered to her on any other company or from any other company, and there's no reason why this should have happened. Now, at that very moment, instead of me emailing her back, I went ahead and grabbed her email address, copy and pasted it into the search bar on our Shopify, and saw the actual order that she placed. Well, problem number one, Miss Janet said that the order was $200 when the order was actually $49. But the price of the order doesn't even really matter in this fact, but I just wanted you guys to see how people really over-exaggerate sometimes. Number two, when I found the order, and I could tell that that was Miss Janet's only order that she's ever placed, when I found the order, I actually tracked the order on UPS, which is another reason why we like to use UPS. And when I tracked it, I looked at the order, I looked at the address, I looked at the zip code that says it was delivered to. Lo and behold, that was the right zip code. Now, I took the measure one step further because I wanted to test out a system that UPS has that is only available to some of their premier accounts in certain areas of deliveries. Now, I'm assuming that this particular feature is only available in areas that they have a problem with people saying that packages are stolen or not delivered because they want to take the liability off. I send a message to our UPS account rep. I didn't think that he was going to be able to answer right away, but he actually did. I said, "Hey, I have this customer with this tracking number. Are you able to find anything that tells me if this order was delivered and where it was actually delivered to?" Lo and behold, he emails back. He actually sends me a screenshot of the GPS coordinates to show that the driver actually delivered that package and scanned it at that actual address. Now, is this available everywhere? No. I've never actually heard of this, but I really just took a leap of faith and wanted to see if this really was a thing. Anyhow, I emailed the customer back, or called, no, I'm lying. I didn't email the customer back. I called the customer back, and I also emailed the information that was provided to me along with a copy of her label and the actual order information. And when I send it to her, she's on the phone. She answers. She literally has a whole attitude, like literally you are talking to the scum of the damn earth. But I kept my composure. I've grown. I've learned. And I said, "Miss Janet," again, we're calling her Janet. I said, "Miss Janet, it shows that your order was delivered this place, this time." And it literally shows the GPS coordinates or wherever that it was at your address. I said, "Miss Janet, can you step outside? I would like for you to just go and check to see if you see your package." Miss Janet takes her cordless phone, I'm assuming, or maybe it's her cell phone, don't know. She goes outside and she literally goes right to her garage door, exactly where it literally said it was. Lo and behold, the package was sitting on the ground. I said, "Miss Janet, I'm so glad that you've gotten your order. This is awesome." Miss Janet proceeds to say, "Well, that ain't the only problem. The other problem is I did not get my order for the sale amount that you said was advertised." I took a deep breath because I'm like, I thought that all had been saved and the world was good and we are now at the greater good of life and I could hang up this phone call. And I said, "Oh, Miss Janet, no problem. What is it that you were supposed to be getting?" She said, "Well, you ran a $10 sale for serums and I did not get my serums for $10. Well, I never really looked at the items that Miss Janet had ordered. So I went back again and I looked at the items that Miss Janet ordered. Lo and behold, she didn't even order serums. She ordered 2 shampoos and a hair balm. I'm being specific. 2 shampoos and a hair balm. There was no serums on the order. So I'm like, "Oh, Miss Janet, well, you didn't actually order any serums for it to be $10, which is the reason why it's not showing up for $10. Well, that is besides the point. That is besides the point. I should have been able to get it for $10. Miss Janet, you didn't actually order anything for $10. Y'all, I cannot make these things up. So it goes from we are a scam to now she didn't get something for the $10 price, and she didn't even order anything for the $10 price. She didn't actually order the items that were included in this actual sale that was actually $10. So I said, "Okay, Miss Janet, no problem. I'll go ahead and create a code for you so that you can get the items that you'd like for the $10. That's fine. That's not a problem." I give her the code. Miss Janet's like, "I don't know what to do with this. I don't know how to do this." Well, Miss Janet, you've actually placed an order yourself before, so you clearly know how to order. I said, okay, Miss Janet, no problem. I'll go ahead and place the order on your behalf. I take the order. I mark the items down to $10. Do you know what Miss Janet proceeds to say at the end of this point of the call? Because I'm again thinking that we have saved the day and everything is A-okay. Miss Janet now says, well, I feel that I should just get this for free. At this point, I had to be very nice again. I've learned, I've grown, you guys. And I said, Miss Janet, unfortunately, I cannot give you them for free, but I will go ahead and provide you with a free shipping. Because at this point, I just want her to be happy. I can tell she's very frustrated, whatever the case may be. And I feel like, okay, I'll give you free shipping, but I cannot give you free product. I'll give you the shipping for free. It's no problem. Do you know that Miss Janet proceeds to say, is that all you can offer me? Now, at this point, y'all, I just have to smile and say, thank you so much for your order, Miss Janet. Unfortunately, that is all that I can offer you. But I do hope that this is going to help you on your hair care journey. And if you ever need anything additional, please don't hesitate to email me. I'll definitely help you out. But I just wanted to show y'all how people take things and literally they will drag you to the mud. And even when you're not wrong, even when you're trying to do right, they still at this point want something else, or they just want to do more than you can offer. And I just said, I smiled, and at that moment I said, God, thank you. I said, because had this been Crystal 4 years ago, I probably would have told that lady by herself. But I've grown. Again, I've grown. Yep, I've grown. Anyhow, you guys, in light of Miss Janet and her whole ordeal, it's apparent that a lot of people did not know that there was a $10 flash sale for 2 hours. It's apparent. It's okay. So what I'm going to do, because I am in a mood of just saying, oh, breathe, but do something for somebody else. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mark down all of our products to $10. But I'm only going to do it until Friday night at 12 midnight. One time only. Because at this point, I'm not going to allow someone to really deter the energy that I've been experiencing, the happiness that I have. I'd rather take that moment and utilize that moment and make a sale. So we're going to do a $10 off of $10, excuse me, not $10 off, $10 for all Elite hair care shampoos, conditioners, serums, everything between now and this coming Friday at midnight. Now I want you to look at the date for those of you that might be watching this later on. It's $10 for all Elite hair care products. Bundle kits are not included. Okay, but all the serums, shampoos, conditioners, everything that is over $10 is now $10. And we are going to give Miss Janet a super thank you because Miss Janet is what made this happen. Love you guys. Bye.